locations or a bank holding company that maybe they too have adapted to these webinars and webcasts. But Caesar, do you know that it was the coronavirus, it was the pandemic that really opened up the door for a lot of these types of distance learning tools like webinars and webcasts. And now I think they're going to just be a part of how we deliver timely information. Yes, I believe there are 15 major providers of crop insurance. We call them approved insurance providers. And because their staff are working across maybe 5 to 20 states, they've adopted early the use of the technology to do webinars and webcasts. And then especially in February, I know I'm personally doing these webcasts for rain and hail, which is one of the larger approved insurance providers. And so they might be doing a training webcast that only their employees and or their sales reps can see. Or what I'm doing in February is for any customer of rain and hail. So I know I believe I did 4 of those last winter, and I did 4 of those in September. Crop insurance, focused on crop insurance. I think if you have a timely topic like crop insurance with a March 15th deadline, and you can't go out and do 100 meetings, that's where you see these webinars and webcasts really fit, because there's some complexity around crop insurance. It is, but you even have to teach differently. As a teacher, 40 years of experience. Teaching in Zoom is different than teaching in person. You don't typically have the interaction. You can't read somebody's body language. I sense that farmers are reluctant to be identified with a question that unless there's some sort of an anonymous chat or some place that they can post a question that no one else can see it's from them, it's hard to draw the interaction and questions in a Zoom type of session where you have maybe 200 farmers on at the same time. I have to change my teaching technique. I use what they call polls or questions, similar to what they do at Farm Doc, where you draw people into the discussion and ask them questions and they respond, so they use their keyboards. That seems to set a tone for a more open message from the presenter, and they're more likely to post questions or comments in the chats. Yes, I was a FFA advisor. I was an FFA member for 7 years. Was a state farmer. And for those that know the FFA creed, I believe in the future of agriculture. So yes, I was an advisor for 3 years, and I still am a lifetime member of two different FFA chapters here in Central Iowa. One's my home chapter of Pleasantville, and the other one's the local chapter of North Polk. So yeah, I still am active, and I judge every year at the state FFA leadership conference. I saw her picture earlier. Very attractive girl. Yes, you have to be careful, Caesar. You would be easy to identify. Definitely. You have good taste, Caesar. It was price to value. Yes, I understand that. By the way, Mitch Hora's grandfather, Keith Hora, was at my meeting today in Mount Pleasant. So I asked about Mitch. Mitch was out of town. He grew up just about 30 miles north of Mount Pleasant. But next week, I will be in Cedar Falls, and I will get with Chip Flory, and we'll probably be doing a farm interview. So just listen on the radio, and you'll hear me on the Farm Journal Network, probably on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Again, Chip and I know each other very well. We both went to Iowa State, and we both run similar circles. Yes, I'll mention that to Chip next week. In fact, I'll be on AgriTalk, is the syndicated radio show. And I'll also text you what time that is. You can look up AgriTalk on local radio stations, and it airs live. So you can hear that interview with Chip, and I'll mention your name during the live show. And I do know Mitchell Hora is going to be at the Commodity Classic. That'll be second week of March down in New Orleans. So hope to catch up with Mitchell then. That's a good idea. Let me mention that to Chip, and he can put the two of us together. We'll let him take the lead on a Zoom meeting, and maybe we could even have a theme or a topic that we can discuss. I know you sent me some questions on crop insurance. I appreciate that. I've become very fond of you as well, Caesar. So I have a lot of respect for you, and I love the technology that allows you to communicate with other ag professionals.